I definitely think I've missed the missable. Because you're supposed to go to the jukebox when you get the keys from the town hall, which we've done. And I saw the jukebox earlier. But it just wouldn't let me like use it. So I either did something wrong, or I've missed it, or it is later. But we'll see, because unless we go immediately back to the town hall in a bit, then I've missed it. Time to find some collecties. Oh, I forgot to say I was going live. 1 minute. That's how I do it. Okay, cool. Also, my chat window's closed itself. That's not good. Chat. Nope, not stream information. Hey, Potato. How you doing? Get that stream info. Oh, I know what it was supposed to be. It was supposed. It's where you like change the title of the stream and stuff. But luckily there was nothing relevant in this that I needed to change. I will need to remember to change it for Thursday, because I'm going to stream some Spyro, and I know that I'm going to accidentally leave it as like an Alan Wake stream. It really bothers me when I do that.
We can make it through the bookstore. Wheeler should be waiting for us in the backyard.
Yeah, I definitely think I've missed the... Michael!
Oh, majestic!
Sup, gangsters.
She's back. The text-to-speech lady is back. Thank you for the resub, Mike. Welcome. How you doing? And yeah, I definitely missed that missable trophy, despite trying really hard not to. I must have done something wrong in the diner when I went to go and listen to music. Info to Bratz games? Why? Bratz games are great. I recently did Flaunt Your Fashion, and it was well-intentioned, but very 2000s. Oh, thank you for the bits.
Hype train bait.
Hype train bait. Bless. I don't understand hype trains, but I respect them.
Right now, I'm not a big fan of my own writing.
Right now, I'm not a big fan of my own writing. The thing is, I haven't been paying attention to the story. I think that the game is shit, but I have experienced at most 40% of it organically. Oh, hey, boo. Yeah, Alan. Alan Cake. Oh, hey, Caitlin, how you doing? How many more games did you play at your time off? Fucking tons of them. I had a year off. I did some big boys too. I did Monster Hunter World and Iceborne. That was 550 hours. I've recently been making a ranking of all of the monsters in that game for patrons. And it made me miss the game, but I know that if I played it again, it would probably classify as a form of self-harm. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, Luther, how you doing? I'm having Mackies before I do my fasting. Yes! Get your Mackies. Almost reinstalled it. Tragic. That's tragic. I'm good, thank you, Luther. How have you been doing? Yeah, I was looking at, like... I was looking at all the crowns and stuff. And the Volcana fight and the Gaiden lands. And I was like, oh, this is actually pretty fun. And then I remembered that, like, 25 hours of it are fun. But it took me 550, so there's a lot that's not been, like, properly accounted for. Maybe I'll do Rise one day, but I wouldn't be able to explain why. And we're not going to the church, we're gonna look for collectibles. That game would have been so much better if the plat was half the time. I would have taken a 250-hour one, and instead of it being about collecting stuff with a sub 1% chance of spawning, if it was about like fighting the bosses. Imagine if there was a trophy for killing Safiyiva and Elatrion and maxing out the Guiding Lands and stuff. That'd be sick. Hey Birch. Learning French now, playing Armored Core 6. What a man of culture. Congratulations, Luther. The true collectibles were the friends you made along the way. I think the true collectibles were the carpal tunnel syndromes, because you can stack them. Because I killed one monster with the greatsword. And then I killed every single other monster for 550 hours with the longsword. Unadvisable. But my statistics page at the end was hilarious. Damn king, say less. I'm good, thanks, Birch. I mean, I'm alright. My mental health is in the fucking toilet. And because it's really low, I didn't do any work today because I just couldn't. I just could not do any work. And my boss stalks me like a... I was gonna say like a cat, but that would be too kind. Yeah, I did get rid of the dab. How would you rate Armored Core? Doesn't look like my kind of thing. That's alright, thank you, Luther. The best thing about this game is that the bosses are completely indistinguishable from the standard enemies. So sometimes if you find something and I'll be like, is this a boss? Is this gonna get me a trophy for killing it? The answer is always no. Alice! Yeah, I did. No distractions. We're just here for trophies.
Let's go, Wake.
Taters. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Actually, I'm not sorry about getting rid of the dab. What am I, like 14? No. The dab goes... My manuscript. I wonder how many of these I have left to get. I presume there's a page at the end. Oh, I got a hug though. Thanks, Caitlin. I still get the hug.
We're almost there.
That's entirely self-serving.
Get to the parking lot.
Yeah, there's no way going through the crypt will turn out to be a bad idea.
On Thursday, I've decided to play Spyro again, despite the fact that I got the Platinum. It was actually the first game I ever got the plat for, Spyro 1 Remastered. I bought my PlayStation so that I could get the plat for it. But I miss it. There we go. So that seems broken. But yeah, I think I'll play through it again. When I was a kid, I used to see how fast I could get the 100%. I think I'll just do that. Bushido! Hey, I'm good, thank you. How are you doing? Spyro. I love dehydration headaches. The thing is, when you're streaming, you get dehydrated so fast, because obviously, like, you're talking, so all the vapor is coming out of your mouth. I get pretty bad when I'm dehydrated on stream. Like, you get dizzy, in a way. Yeah! How you doing, Bushido? Great story, great gameplay, tricky bits. 9 out of 10. Nice. Oh look, it's this man.
A tough audience. Well, I got plenty more.
What are the Christmas lights for?
Protection, man. Like garlic against vampires.
What's I gonna say? Yeah, I get like dizzy, and I get like
Come on.
an immediate crash, super tired. And then, like back when I was doing the Witcher streams and they were like 13 hours long each, I would just go and sit in the kitchen with a glass of water and like a bagel, and then 15 minutes later you're completely fine again. I am bread. Yeah, I made that redemption back when you got points faster. Like, back when you get loads of points really quick.
It's my flaming eye of Mordor.
But now, whoever saves up for that, it's gonna have been like 5 years coming.
Yeah.
Hey, I want a headlamp.
Last one.
Oh yeah, ring lights. Ring lights are pretty intense, aren't they? Like, I feel like a rotisserie chicken, and I don't mean that in like an edgy way or like a random way. I mean it in the way where like you get it at just the wrong time and it feels like hot and sweaty under the ring light, despite a ring light not really producing any heat. So it's like this completely psychological ailment that you get. Ring light sickness. Your ultimate goal. Good luck, Caitlin. You got me back to streaming, you can probably get that. Yeah. You gonna try and do Iron Bread fastest achiever? What's the record so far? Hey Cranky, welcome. Yeah, I'm being cooked alive under like a 3-watt light. Oh, another kind of enemy? No, actually, we've seen these before. One massive limitation of this game is that there are like 4 different kinds of men in these little forest towns, and it's like chainsaw man, racist, guy who dresses like a lesbian, lumberjack. And then once Alan Wake had kind of worked through all of those, it was like, well, guess we'll just keep recycling these over and over again. Maybe throw some birds in. Oh, welcome. I'm glad you like the 13 Reasons Why videos. I need to hurry up with those. I'm really, really bad at doing, like, serialized videos, because I get it all out, like, I get it all out my system, and then I'm like, I've talked about it. And then it's like, oh, you know you said you were going to do 4 of these. And it's like, oh yeah, whoops. Better get back on these. Do around 4 without, wait, 7-ish hours? I can do around 4 without practice, I reckon, but I'm going to spend a lot of time trying to find consistent strats. Jesus. You must have spent a lot of time learning how to do that game so fast. But yeah, welcome, Cranky. What kind of stuff do you like? Do you play games, or are you more a TV person, a movie person? When's the Final The Walking Dead video coming out? As per the channel's format, it will probably be out next April. However, I always aim to do it earlier. But I would probably not be hopeful at all. Oh my god, I love RimWorld. I never bought RimWorld because when it came out in alpha, it might still be in alpha, I'm not sure. When it came out for the first time, I was at uni, and it was like 30 quid, and like when I was a uni student, 30 quid was a lot of money. And I remember being like, I don't know if I want to spend like all of my gaming allowance that I've set for myself on one game. I'll wait for it to go on sale. My friend was like, it doesn't go on sale. The developer just doesn't really believe in it. So I never bought it, but every single person who's played RimWorld has thousands of hours on it. Hundreds. 8, 10. I'm my way around some bread. I might do it on PS4 because it has bad input lag on PS5. Letting the side down PS5. Embarrassing. Yeah, apparently it's amazing. My friends sometimes make me on RimWorld, and they'll be like, oh, today your character, like, fucked a dog and then died of dysentery. And I'll be like, cool. Condolences, I suppose? Yeah, that's nice. Does that explode? It does a bit. Yes! Ah! No worries, Luther. Ah! Yeah, RimWorld's PC only, isn't it? Oh my god. Well, you know what? We've successfully flirted with death again. This is gonna be rancid on Nightmare. On Switch! But to be fair, yeah. I can see it being pretty good on Switch, to be honest. RimWorld. RimWorld is definitely like one of those titles that's either like beautifully self-aware or completely like the developer's like, how is that a porn name? I hate Chugs. Rimjob World. Yeah, my dad used to take an interest in me playing Skyrim, and he would always be like, "Oh, how is the rimming going today?" And I didn't say anything. I was just like, "Yeah, good, thanks." Yeah, it was probably one of those situations where like he thought that I didn't know what he was saying, and I assumed he didn't know what he was saying. So we just ended up having like a very normal conversation about it. Just being like, yeah, the rimming is alive. Alan, you sack of shit. And a light shade. Wait, was it in the light shade? Is that what you're suggesting? So, does the torch lower their health even when it's not like focused? Does it have to be focused, or does it just stun them without? Because I can't tell. Good old mums. My mum's a bit of an interrogator, so if you tell her something, she will ask you like 8 quick fire questions about it. I have to, like, if I'm gonna have a conversation with my mum, I have to eat first, you know, be ready for it. Quick nap, like run around the block, cold shower, and then I can have like the best conversation with my mum ever. And I do really love my mum, so I want to have a good conversation with her. This isn't some like endurance situation, but it is difficult. Yeah, doing some stretches. Focused, ready, like jogging on the spot, because she's the kind of person where I'll be like, oh, I went to go and get some lunch with my friend Jess the other day, and she'll be like, oh, who's Jess? Oh, what do her parents do again? And where was she born? And she's going out with Ryan, right, your friend Ryan. What do his parents do? Where's he from? What did they study? Have they studied the same thing? Which university? Oh, the same university. How did you meet them? Oh, the university that you went to. And it's like that, probably for like 45 minutes. And when I was a teenager, I used to get really angry because I didn't know how to articulate the fact that I felt overwhelmed. But now as an adult, I'll just be like, I'm really tired. I have to go now. And she'll be like, no worries. It just works. Just works for the better for all of us now. Your mum is similar. I feel like it's just a mum thing, isn't it? Yeah, what's their 5-year plan? Luckily for my mum, Jess does have a 5-year plan, so I'm like... I think Jess is like a 20-year plan. So, you know, in terms of like mum conversation fodder, Jess is like the person to bring up, but... They'll be like, oh, Tom, what does he want to do when he's older? I'm like, he's 28. What do you mean when he's older? Mama's like, I don't ask these types of questions, so she knows to move on. See, your mum has tact. My mum will just be like, oh, Kirsty's not answering all of my questions. I should ask some more. See you later.
You better put an end to this.
Just get me to Weaver, Sheriff.
You're taking a big chance on a local crazy lady, Al. I hope
This
you're
guy has a
right, Al.
radio voice.
Kiss this town goodbye.
Yeah, exactly. You just gotta keep asking the questions until I perk up and start looking like... well, stop looking like a flower that's been left out the sun. Yeah. She was talking to me today and I was like, I'm really sorry, Mum, but I have to go for a nap now. Oh, hey, Stipsy. Yeah. And she was like, I understand. I'll talk to you tomorrow. She gets me. I love that the implication here is that the helicopter is so loud that they have to shout over the noise, but the helicopter's noise isn't playing, so they are just screaming at each other in this like metal pod. How's life, Stipsy?
Nobody's ever said that before.
Nobody's ever said that before. I really wish I'd paid attention to this. I feel like it's too late to start now. Does anybody know what's happened?
I can't land here. I'll take her down the road across the river.
Just get me there, Sheriff.
Just get me there, Sheriff. The volume is all over the place.
Hold on! Ow!
Have you played this before? I have! Yeah, I played this on the original 360. And then I decided to do the remaster on stream. And the issue, as I'm sure you're already aware is with me on stream, is that if I want to play games, I just play games, you know? So when I stream, I'm like, I want to have a conversation. So I'm going to spend 70% of my time like glancing back and forth from chat. And I am going to have no idea what's happening. Oh, again! They've taken my fucking kit off me again. Right, one piece of absolute poo I find about this game, and I mentioned this last time, is that every like hour they completely strip your kit off you and force you to play with like either no items or like reduced items. And while that's like an interesting concept sometimes, like the Ashley levels in Resident Evil 4, where you're basically just a lower mobility, shorter Leon with no self-defense. It doesn't... doing it over and over again and making me like slowly rebuild my kit at the start of every episode is just like a tragic waste of time. And I think it also highlights how like poorly balanced this game is, because you get given things so fast that... maybe I shoot? Yeah. You get given things so fast by this game. Do I pull this up? That the game actually has to like take stuff off you just to make things difficult again. I'm like, you could just not give me them in the first place, or you could slowly give me things. You know, I don't have to have the rifle in episode 1, you could give me the rifle in episode 4. Wow, you've given me like a super strong torch in episode 2. Oh, I guess I'll have to find a reason to drop that. Strip your kit. Hey, Brian. But yeah, Brian, I bet you say that a lot. What a devil. Yeah, every like 5 fucking feet, Alan trips, and he's got no zips on his pockets, so everything just comes tumbling out. And he's like, oh no, I dropped my manuscript pages, and I've dropped my lithium batteries, and I've dropped my flares, and I've dropped my ammo. I'm like, Alan, get a backpack, fucking imbecile. Yeah, I guess on the other end of the spectrum, you sometimes will get... trying to think of an example, but you'll get like like Doom, right? You'll get like the BFG or the Unmaker, and you get like 2 pieces of ammo for them per level. So yeah, it's easy with that as well to spend a lot of time just kind of being too scared to do much with it. Oh, cool. That was a trophy I was eyeing. So, Alan Wake is some kind of tradesman. You know, I can't put my word on what I can't put my finger on what his profession is. I'm sure it's not relevant whatsoever to this story. I think he's an electrician. He's an electrician with some of the most frustrating aim assist ever. Ow. Oh god, I'm alive. Hey shit. Yes, it's something like that. Yeah, as a survival horror, I think it gives you too many things and then has to force you to scale them back. Alan the Plumber Wake. Yeah, it's something like that. It's something along those lines. But yeah, I feel like this game has an issue with giving you too much and then having to take it off you, and then not learning its lesson and having to give you it all again and then having to take it all off you. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with slowly building up my tools. I'm gonna mute a bit. Alright. We got a bot?
The power plant glowed in the night. It was close, but I had to find a way across.
Oh damn. Yeah, I guess yeah, I guess if they don't say anything, we should boot them. Sending people DMs. Oh, I hope it's a crypto bot. Thank you very much. You love doing a ban. You know, since I've been applying for new jobs, it is mad how many crypto jobs have started to filter onto the market. So, crypto and my work, I don't imagine would ever really overlap. Like, I don't think there's any, I don't know if there's any UX involved in crypto, but I was looking at a job the other day and I was like, oh, this looks great. And then I had a look at the company and it was like a crypto news website. It was like a magazine. And I was like, even if you guys paid super well, you're not going to exist in a few months, you know? All this like Doge shit past a year ago, you know? I've been getting fucking loads of WhatsApp spam. It's really annoying, actually. Like, I've started to get recruiter bots before I was looking for a job, but I don't know how they're finding my personal number. They are helping themselves to it. I was targeted by a crypto recruiter on LinkedIn. Oh, 20s? Well, what do you do, Cranky? Are you in, like, the internet space at all? Like, you use software? Or were they literally just like, hey, like, Baker, would you like to sell Bitcoin? Oh, sick! Oh, sick! What's, how is that? How's that going? Yeah, bots are a massive pain in the ass. Yeah. Yeah, you know, absolutely living the dream. To be fair, I saw a UX lead job at Unity, but I was like, I see a lot of like gaming UX jobs, but they ask for like completely different skill sets to like software UX, which is what I do. So I would have no fucking clue. And whenever, and the issue with like gaming UX is that there are always situations where you need experience to get the job, but you can't get experience until you have the job. So they're always like, yeah, for this junior role, you need 6 years of experience in game design. And I'm like, I guess this is a labor of love kind of thing. I'm crying inside. Well, my condolences, Cranky. Oh, you gonna change jobs? Oh, that is quite a change, Michael. Well, what made you... You were a nurse before, right? Or something to that... Like, you worked in a care facility? They definitely need at least one person that has any idea of UX, but is it a bit cobbled together? I'm stuck. That my way, gentlemen. For Alan's sake. What a bizarre layout for a generator. That was it! Well, congratulations. How are you liking the driving? I always feel like driving a bus would be the most terrifying experience. Because driving next to a bus scares the fuck out of me. Especially when you're driving between like 2 buses and you're on a roundabout. Like... Actually, purgatory. They tip well. Oh, fantastic. Nearly died a few times, to be fair. Who hasn't? Who hasn't? I think it's... Like, obviously you can drive as well as you want, but I feel like it's really, really, really common to finish a drive of any length and be like, I almost got killed by somebody else today. Just gotta roll with it, don't you? My manuscript. Manuscript. Right. There are loads of collectibles in this game. To be fair though, I would say that one of the most egregious examples of collectibles I ever saw was in The Last of Us 2. Like, there are way too fucking many collectibles in The Last of Us 2. I can't remember if I think I did the collectible run off stream because I knew it would be, like, just me staring at a video. And yeah, that's exactly what it was. They're like every 6 feet. Hey Pud, how you doing? Oh yeah, you like hold all the cards in a tour bus. Way too many. What other plots have you been going for, Bushido? Like, how is it? Playing this on an alt account, the plat looks miserable. I think that the plat will either be the most miserable thing I do this year. That was quite an exaggeration. The plat will either be a contender for one of the most miserable things I do this year, or it will be like the one, like, what's the word? Not defining feature, like the one thing that makes it better. The one... Tech would know, but she's not here. It would be like the one thing, because you have to do a nightmare run. Redeeming! Thank you, Caitlin. You have to do like a nightmare run of the game. And then there's like a bunch of DLC, and there's a bunch of like miscellaneous things. I think that the nightmare run has the potential to be what changes my mind on this. Because I find that the hard mode on games can often be like the best experience. Saw 1 and 2! Oh, amazing! Yeah, I really want to get Saw 1 and 2. I put them on my wish list on Boomerang. But... they've never ever been available. Oh, fuck. Hey, Smooth. Yeah, the hard mode on this game is apparently not awful, which I'll take. Oh, Stipsy, thank you for the sub.
Oh, majestic.
Shattered Dimensions. You had me assuming then Shattered Memories, but no. What? Oh no, gone. Good. Good, good, good. Look at this! What a sturdy cat. Yeah. Can you hear her? Ah. She is. She is 1.4 kilograms as of today. She is getting big. She's top frag. My little sniper. How old is she? Oh hey Ryan. Thanks for the bits.
It's the kitty.
It's the kitty. She is almost 6 months old, I think. Wait, she was born in about May. So 4 months old? 3? God, I don't know. I don't know what month it is. January was like 3 years long. Every month after that has been like a week. Is Sephi beating the shit out of her? Sephi was terrified of her at first. Sephi wouldn't go near her. She wouldn't go near me either. She was very upset that I brought this infant into her home, which I think I can understand. Like, Sephi had absolutely no say in it, so I allowed Sephi to grieve, but I also allowed Sephi to like rule the roost a bit. So Sephi would beat the shit out of Woody a little bit at first, and I would be like, it's all part of it. Like, I took them to my parents' house, and Sephi wouldn't let Woody go upstairs. Like, Woody just was not allowed to be upstairs at all. And my mum was like, what's all that about? And I was like, it's just Sephi's rule. Like, Woody's not allowed upstairs. But now Sephi likes her a lot, and they play all the time. And Sephi gives her lots of baths. Woody. Hey Caesar, gonna have you on until I pass out. Take some meds that zonk me out, and then and you decide to stream. How convenient. I am excited to be along for this whimsical journey with you. Yeah, Sephi would just go and sit in a Smooth's cupboard, but she'd always manage to get into the room when he like didn't notice. So he'd just be like singing in the mirror, and then Sephi would just be behind him like, nice, good work. The back of her wardrobe. Yeah. At first, Sephi would clean Woody, but she'd only clean Woody's arse. So, like, they'd be fighting, and then Sephi would just be, like, chin deep up that poor cat's back end. But as time goes on, she's become more comfortable in cleaning Woody's head, which I assumed she would start with, but no. Woody has been known to smell. Yeah, she's learning, you know. There's a trophy for killing lots of birds. Oh, well done, Chugs. Played it on the 360 when it came up, been dying waiting for part 2. Part 2 looks interesting. I've been asked if I'd play it, and I was like, I think I would, but I wouldn't prioritize it. What colour lampshade is it, Chugs? I don't know if the whole, like, showing me where the enemies are works, because obviously this is a really dark map. So if they were just appearing behind me all the time, it probably would be a massive issue. But at the same time, there's some parts of this game where you are just constantly getting the camera pointed in a different direction. Black. Very nice.
I recognize the logo on the power.
I recognise the logo on the plant's power sign. Who voices Alan? Because the voice is familiar. Is it Nolan North or the other one? It's Grey Man. I found the birds to be annoying enemies to get rid of. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, to be honest. Matthew Peretta.
Cynthia, I'm a friend.
Prove it.
Peretta?
You knew Zane.
I barely know her.
The lady of the light in the song. You can help me.
Okay.
About time. Young man, I've been waiting a very long time for you.
Can I ban the streamer?
It's in the well-lit room.
Dunno. You grew up with me, you should have killed me when you had a chance.
Excuse me?
What do you mean?
He's not in much. Just has an affinity for voicing like Stephen King tributes.
I built the room to keep it safe.
Will it help me find Alice? Will it get me back to the cabin? Fine.
He
let's
plays
go.
NPCs. I would love to play an NPC. Hey Thrifty, how you doing? Like, I have no illusions about my voice acting abilities, but surely I could play like an NPC in something one day. I want to be like a Divinity Original Sin NPC where they just say like stupid bollocks all the time. No one has as many friends as the man with many cheeses. You know that one.
Something was damaged at the transformer yard.
Talk with Weaver.
All the reserve power. Without it, the pipe will go dark.
You got my vote. Thank you, Cypher.
Be cut.
Would love to do voice acting. Alright, you and me.
Young man, you're the one who likes
We begin the Voice Actors Guild. I'm sure it doesn't exist.
in the dark. Kill switches outside.
Yeah, surely they do. Surely when Bart Simpson's voice actor can retire, I can hop in. Hey Lime Tree, how you doing? Welcome. Yeah, I stopped streaming for quite a while, so that would make sense. How you doing, Thrifty? Oh, you were great in Dark Souls 3 as Lothric. Ah, and you were fantastic as racist high elf in Oblivion. Yeah, I get it.
Weaver had sent me to cut
Yeah,
the
to be
power
fair,
transformer.
the high elves are pretty one note, aren't they? I like that the combat was challenging enough, but not to the point where you'd stop babbling nonsense from
I'd
rage.
stumbled into this crazy world a little over a week ago.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
This
Like,
insanity for decades.
the controls are simple but finicky. I guess it's about not like mastering them, but more just like learning to work with them. Oh, hey Baker. I remember back in the day you'd stream longer than 2 hours. You wouldn't come and fucking watch. What do you mean? Yes, smooth. Yeah. Did you play Labyrinthine with your friends? No, I haven't yet. I have played... So I got a few recommendations on the Phasmophobia video. One of them was Forewarned, which I have played, and I actually put my review up for that on Patreon at 4 PM today. But no, Labyrinthine is next. Where exactly is your... Yeah, you know, somebody once said that if they had to guess my name, they'd say Louise, and I was like,
I could see the
how
key
dare
switch
you?
that would cut the
I
power
am
to
no
the
Louise.
transformer yard.
Hey, Andy.
Now I can find a
I
way
am
to
from
use it.
Nottingham, but I don't talk like I'm from Nottingham, and I don't quite know why. I'm from this tiny mining town called Hucknall, and
If I could figure
yeah,
out the
nothing
gates,
like the
I could
Hucknall
use them
accent.
to get to the
My
key
brother
switch.
can attest to that as well. How you been, Baker? Wait, oh, I could have just... Okay, fair enough. Oh, shit. I had it! I wanted to recommend in the comments too. Oh shit, I've done it. Yeah, so what's the difference? What is Labyrinthine? Because I put a bunch of them on the wish list. But just around that time, my mate who I play with, his name's Elliot, was like, I really don't want to play games at the moment. I'm off games for now. When we hang out at night, I'd just like to stream some Netflix and just watch TV. And I've been waiting for him to get out of that phase so I can finish Minecraft Dungeons. And he's still in the phase, so I have a while to wait yet.
Designs these things.
Hey, Nemo. I would have guessed Gemma or Emily. Those are lovely names. Tell him to get off his butt. I will. I will. That poor sod played Phasmophobia in VR. I was like, you don't have to. And he was like, no, I do. Apparently the worst part of it is, Can I leave? Apparently the worst part of it is, the motion sickness. Oh, thank you, Caesar. Gemily. Sarcasm and sass. I'm like ignorantly sweet. Oh! Oh gosh. Yeah, apparently the motion sickness with Phasmo is horrendous. I think I would like to try getting a VR headset. I think I would like to do Skyrim VR. I think that plat would be very fun. Oh, thank you. Well, I started to use my name more in videos because people quite reasonably assumed that my name was Mert. Because obviously, Mert is a name. But I was like, this isn't how I want to be known. Seeing the person playing in VR move. Oh yeah, like, it's like, they walk around like really shaky, they walk around like a Thunderbirds puppet. Makes you want to throw up. I don't know, like what if it doesn't though? What if I really like it? What's your name? It's Kirsty. If you tell me that your name isn't actually Andy, I'm gonna be really, really upset. Where does the name Mert come from? So, back when I used to play Minecraft on my laptop at uni, I had a different username. And one day, I went to go and log in and I found that somebody had just stolen my account. Changed the username, changed the password, but obviously my email is still connected, so I went in and I changed the password back. But the issue is that on Minecraft you can only change your username like once every 3 months or something, once every 90 days. So I was stuck with a Mert KK for ages. And then my friends just started to call me it. So I was like, you know what, I'll keep it, because then that means that you always have to be like Mert KK1, you know? I get to be Mert KK now, like that's mine. And it was only when I started to get DMs in Turkish that I realised it's John Skateboard in Turkish. Fooled by parasocial stuff yet again. I'll be Mert for you. John Skateboard. Yeah. So, probably some small child. Thank you. Boneworks or Half-Life Alyx. Something to start with VR. Yeah, I've heard Half-Life Alyx is really good. One of the Borderlands games is on VR, which surprised me.
I'm starting to realize that.
In that case, young man, perhaps you're a smarter man than Tom.
Yeah, like my entire online
But it wasn't
persona is based on spite from something that happened
until it was
like 7 years ago.
tried to undo it, wrote himself, everything he'd ever
At least, because people sometimes assume my name is Kay or like Kaylee, and I'm like, I can live with that. Kaylee's a nice name.
no one knew. Oh,
Kirsty,
he left only one thing behind
I have been fine.
in case it happened again.
Oh, Kayla's a lovely name as well.
He trusted me, or perhaps used me a little.
The only thing that I don't like about VR are the ones where you can't move with the controller. You have to move with like, you have to like click around and like teleport. I hate those.
The story you have
Sevi!
none of us will survive to
Coming
see
in.
it. Darkness isn't stopped. She'll twist the
Coming in.
story to her own dark ends.
I
There she
don't
is.
know all this.
Tom, that's the way he wrote it.
She's like, well, I'm here. What do you want?
In television, beyond, from below,
You can have a nap now.
in touch.
The star of the show.
He saved us both.
Yeah, I think you can with Skyrim Lime Tree, but that's the only one I know.
You.
Account theft, yeah. Just spite and a complete ignorance of like Turkish naming convention.
Okay, I need to call my friends, tell them where we're going. Barry, we're headed to the
Is this a
den in
first
one of the
playthrough?
pubs.
I played the original on 360 like a decade ago, so technically no, but it may as well be. Bye, Seppi.
Barry! Barry! We gotta go see if they're okay.
Oh, you didn't throw up into your headset, Chugs.
You must reach the well-lit room. This is no time
Like
to be
throwing up in
selfish,
a
idiot.
motorbike helmet. What if the thief's name was Pee Pee Poo Poo? Then I guess you'd be talking to Pee Pee Poo Poo right now.
Fool. I'll use the pipe. I'll meet you at the dam if you make it.
Remedy Entertainment did Control, right? And is that it? I haven't had McDonald's in ages.
At least
I only ever seem to go there when they're doing breakfast. And don't get me wrong, a McDonald's breakfast is an adequate experience, but I really want, like, a disgusting Big Mac. Automod has been held for reason, race, ethnicity, or religion. Andy. I'll allow your controversial comment. Is it Australia? I can't believe it flagged you for Australians are insane. I always bring up the time that somebody came into chat and said the N-word, but with an A at the end instead of the hard ER. And Automod didn't care. Automod was like, "Cool, I love that word." But Andy says Australians are insane, and he gets Automod's like, "What are they, mate? Come on." I feel like once you get used to the smell, you can probably power through the rest. I mean, if anything, it's xenophobia, right? Thanks, Jiggy. How you doing? You don't like the... I forgot that McDonald's did chicken burgers. That being said... I didn't mean to just say that and then burp. That being said, what is it? Is it just the McChicken? Something like that. One of the things they do is lovely. I like airport drinking as well. Mainly because flying is like a very long and boring experience. I like takeoff and landing, like they're super fun, but you just sit there. I get fidgety. A childhood nickname? Well, I mean, I'll allow you to fill in the gaps. Maybe I'll start doing the thing where whenever people ask, I'll give them like a different story. The McChicken. Oh, my cat just fell off my desk. Do we have the McGriddle here? Being drunk while having nothing to do is... See, that's the thing, because you go to sleep, right? You get drunk, and then you get on your plane, and then you sleep. That's the idea, anyway. Because I guess if you go too far, you just sit there queasy and hot and uncomfortable. But if you hit just the right, you know, like four beers, just, you know, not drunk, maybe a little bit merry, and you're like cozy, you know, a good nap, I think.
But as far as I could tell, the wreck was empty.
Shoes and socks off the entire flight. Did you bark? I think I would have been unable to control myself. You know, I got fired from Shoe Zone for crawling on my hands and knees and barking at customers when they had their feet out. I talk to people and then I can chat to someone who'll hate me forever. Oh my god, yeah, somebody who is just stuck next to you on the flight the whole way, and you're just drunkenly talking to them. Like, there's nothing more annoying than a drunk person just talking at you.
Hang in there, I'm coming!
And I know that makes me sound like super antisocial, but like, you don't care about me, you're just making noises at me.
I have a different ending in mind.
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
I knew you'd be all right.
How's that?
A book or flight?
Flying Eye of Mordor.
A book or comic for the flight?
Wrap it up,
It's not a bad idea.
Didn't we have somewhere to go?
I get queasy when I read in the car. I don't know if I'd get queasy on a plane. I would love to watch you go in swinging when somebody got their feet out. There's something special about drunk rambling from somebody you don't know. See, you're a hiker, Andy, so I guess rambling means an entirely different thing to you. Yeah, like... drunk people bring their chaos, you know? It's like when somebody introduces you to their dog. Like my friend has a German Shepherd who gets really anxious when people come into her house and barks, and she has to like drag it into a cage. And apparently the German Shepherd is actually like a massive baby. He's never bitten anybody, never would. She was like, why are you so scared of my dog? And I was like, because it's a dog. Because like, I don't know your dog, and I don't know if it's gonna bite me, I don't know if it's gonna poo on the floor, I don't know. Like, I'm a cat person, I'm terrified of dogs. I feel the same when it comes to drunk people. Like, you might know yourself, but I don't know if I'm gonna get like sucker punched when I turn around.
I should have kept that gym membership.
Yeah, like, I love like wolfy looking dogs, but I never turn my back to one of them. I'm like, he's gonna cap me.
Lights? That's the elevator we need to take.
Grip his feet, the grippers. Having a company card to pay for the overpriced airline drinks made for an entertaining flight. That sounds brilliant. Yeah, it's like, I want to... I haven't been on long flights in a really long time, and especially not since I've been old enough to drink. Like, when we used to go and visit family in the States, I was like 14. So, my drinking on a plane experience is pretty limited. But I'm ready to, like, fill that gap in my experience. Oh, whoops. I keep meaning... He keeps getting the flare gun out. I'm like, please stop using this.
This is really bad.
Yeah, they're like, oh, dog's fine. My other friend's got a Jack Russell. And Jack Russell Terriers are tiny. And I was just like, I'm not going to really put my hand near this particular dog's mouth. Mainly not at all, because
That was... wow.
dog fur makes my hands feel gross, but I was like, I'll just be kind to the dog, like I respect the dog, I will be near the dog, but I am very scared of the dog, so I'll be over here. She was like, why are you so jumpy? It's a Jack Russell. And I was like, I feel like shorter men are always the angrier ones, you know?
I hear something moving around.
It was like 2 years ago. Oh, flattered, thank you. I would love... I love the concept of being a pilot, because it seems like something that... From what I can understand, it's something where pocket brains. The thing with being a pilot, it seems like 99% of the time it's like the easiest job in the world, but 1% of the time it's like life or death, and if you do it wrong, you and like 100 other people will die. And I do really wish that a pilot would occasionally just be like, do you want to have a go? Come on, have a go. I'd be like, yes, please, yes. Love a go. Pocket Prince. Oh, Harbinger, hey. Or Adam. How you doing? Jack Russells are like... just like scruffy little boys. They're like Pumpkin Patch Kids. Also, the Jack Russell is Soldier 76's favourite animal. Ow! They removed a server browser from Payday 3. Gonna have a stroke going back to the menu until matchmaking puts me in with someone. I can't even conceptualize what you're saying, but it sounds like a user experience issue. Oh, how is Starfield? I'll probably never play that. Not out of like prejudice, but because I don't have an Xbox. Yeah, I think I could probably, you know, roll a good charisma check against a flight attendant. Hey Zed, how you doing?
What's the plan, Wade?
Well, Weaver's crazy.
Wishbone.
Something Zane left behind.
Not familiar with Wishbone's work, unfortunately. Starfield's pretty dull. That's a shame. To be fair, I didn't love Fallout 4. And Skyrim, like, I loved it, but I also think it's an incredibly flawed game. Well, I almost did a video on it, but I was like, it would just take so long. Maybe soon. Maybe when I get fired. Yeah, Modern Bethesda, I feel like they rely so much on their modding community that... I mean, obviously there are people who do put their heart and soul into it. Like, I know that some of the quests are, like, created with love. I feel like there's also an expectation there that the modding community is just going to build something even better on top of it. So they're like, if we just provide the toolkit...
Over there that opens the door.
You don't ever jog back and forth in the lift? I like it when the lift gets shaky.
I think something's broken. Hold the button down.
They're just usually chill dogs, surprisingly. I'm glad to hear it. I requested a key for Lies of P, but half-heartedly, because I never play games when I get given keys for them, but I always get sad when I don't get given keys for games I request. It is just... it's a cycle I'll never win. The Oblivion remaster! I don't want them to remaster it, I just want them to port it. I just want the same. What else? Oh, I had to hold, okay. Yeah, Lies of P looks really good. Yeah, exactly, Cranky. I'm like, what do I want? Like, what will I ever be happy? Will I ever lower my expectations?
You guys go ahead and find Weaver.
Oblivion mentioned.
The dam now. I'll have to make it alone through the top.
Oblivion. I just want the PS3 port slapped, like served hot on my PS5. That thing would run like a dream.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, I know that there were some complaints about the original Dodge in the beta, because apparently it was on like a weird delay. And they actually listened and they changed it, which is nice. Thank you so much. This is my Game Over knit. I got it from Cool Shirts. Use code COOLMERTS for 10% off your Cool Shirts purchase. That's not a joke either, I do actually have a code. Fucking love Cool Shirts. Iframes were so fat. I love like a pregnant iframe. Vampire the Masquerade. Should not be a get out of jail free card to release an unfinished game. Yeah, I agree. I'm like mostly following the conversation. I'm just looking for collectees. Apparently Optinubi's got a guide for this. I don't know how that man does it. Not like write guides, but he'll be like, oh yeah, Signalis in 2 hours. I'm like, alright. Circus puppet in the demo. Oh, sounds fantastic. Ha! What happened to my flare? So we're doing guides, you get paid fuck all. Yeah, especially because, like, I know that you as well, Bushido, you don't necessarily pick games that are new, you pick games that are, like, really interesting to route, or route. So yeah, I bet it's very hard to, like, build something off that. Yeah, he's got, like, I love his guides because you always just hear, like, his kids playing in the background and stuff. Like postman coming to the door, ambient noise. A man's a busy man and the world moves around him. There's a rhythm to a good Souls-like and Lies of P doesn't have it. That's fair enough. There is actually a really interesting video on the rhythm of Souls games. And I remember it came out back when the Dancer of the Boreal Valley boss fight dropped in Dark Souls 3 because her fight is really unconventional. It doesn't suit the literal rhythm of Souls games. So that was a cool cool video. I'm trialing full time now. Oh, congrats! How was the transition like? Did you like leave your job and like it was super tense, or was it like easy in there? I love the dancer fight. Hard, but like rewarding. Hey, Winter. How's it going? Last time I spoke to you, your Monster Hunter World save had corrupted. Did you ever get it back? But I need to get out. It's way too mentally taxing. Oh man. Also, whereabouts in Australia are you? I'd really like to go to Australia. I have some family there, but I don't know where specifically they are. You kind of gave up on it. I understand. I think I would have done exactly the same. I got the plat, Winter. We were talking about it earlier, to be fair, so I won't repeat details. But yeah, I got all the crowns. Oh, we should do a meetup in Australia. Oh, really? Sick. You know, I thought Tasmania wasn't a real place for ages. Because the devil, the Tasmanian devil, is from there. So I was like, what a cool concept. Yeah, it sounds so oh, it just sounds Looney Tunes. Oh, thank God it's not just me, Andy. One of your favourite games! Oh, brilliant. Are you going to get 2 when it comes out? Oh, you're having me on now, Caitlin. I can't react to this because in a minute you're going to be like, fucking gotcha! I'm technically on the clock, but my company is in the middle of an existential crisis. Gosh, I would never have guessed. Seemed absolutely airtight from the outside. What are you doing during all this? Like, are you people just like drinking all day and... I love the concept of other places. You know the weird thing about growing up on an island? Especially an island full of like UK exceptionalism, is that I didn't realise I was on an island for ages, because like it's your base of operations, so everywhere else is like an island. I was embarrassingly old when I was like, oh my god, I live on an island. pre-ordered the deluxe edition. Amazing. Did you get anything good with the deluxe edition? I remember this absolutely awful game I played once called Martha is Dead. That game had a beautiful deluxe edition with... The thing is, I realised later, because it had these like beautiful tarot cards. Like, I loved them. They were like, oh, you fuck. They're like hand-drawn tarot cards. Gorgeous colour, gorgeous designs. And I was like, oh, I hated the game, but I kind of wish I'd gotten those tarot cards. But the other week when I was looking at the digital deluxe edition, they were digital tarot cards. So it was just like, you just got like PDFs of them. They're ugly as fuck? Alright, I believe you. Did you one day walk to the edge of the UK? I just became aware that we have water on all sides. I know it's like the stupidest thing you've ever heard, but I don't know. It just never needed to occur to me, you know? Come on. Oh. Oh. Good thing for evading when surrounded is to tap the flash. It's a godsend on Nightmare. Oh, thank you very much. Wait, where am I going? This way? Yeah. My friend Claire is from Australia, and she absolutely had me convinced that drop bears were real. And then she laughed at me. But then I said, then I just did the Sugma thing to her, because apparently you guys don't have Sugma in Australia, so I got that one. What do you want me to do, Alan? Oh, nice one, Adam. What else you been playing? Theravin, hey! A drop bear. Literally Google it. Google image it. It's a photoshopped koala bear that looks like it will eat you up. And yeah, Claire was just like, yeah, so they fall out of trees. Oh, they fall on tourists. Oh, fall out of trees. Like Mango. And I was like, holy shit, Claire, that's terrifying. You got spiders and now you got drop bears. She's like, oh yeah. Drop bears? Oh, awful. Kill about 100 tourists a year. I was like, oh my god, I should be so careful of them when I visit Australia. She's like, yeah, dangerous. Etc. Oh, hey nerd, how's life? I've been playing, what a cool concept. I've been playing, Cycles. Drop bear. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I need some advice. What do I do? Oh, it's his lack of stamina, so I have to walk slowly and then run for that last bit. I hate spiders as well. I don't know how you deal with them. How big are your spiders? Drop beer. Character weapon skins, pre-order content, expansion pass. Yeah, that's not too bad. I like it when deluxe editions come with free stuff. Oh, we've done it! Oh, alright. Hardest fight in the game, though. I think Australians are just like whimsy. Hey Dixon, thanks for the follow. Just an absolute like populace of whimsy. First tried. The movie Paddington was an adaptation of British folklore. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm terrified of spiders. Absolutely terrified of them. I found a massive one in here the other day because kittens have this horrendous ability, because they're so small when you get them. They get really tiny. They get into like tiny spaces. So she went round the back of where I keep my yoga mat. And I saw her playing with something, and I was like, what you got there, Wid? And she just kind of stood up straight, and this huge spider came flying out from underneath her and went right into the yoga mat. It was massive. I was stood across the room and I screamed like top of my lungs at the sight of it. Just, I'm really scared of spiders. And she was trying to get into the yoga mat, so it had obviously gone into the yoga mat. And I like, hey Senna, how you doing? And I like picked the yoga mat up by the corner and threw it across the room, and this huge spider just went like flying out. And the thing is, Widdy tore it to shreds. Like, Sephi will just kind of put her paws on spiders and just kind of watch them for a bit and just kind of leave them. They're her friends. But Widdy was just like pulling on its legs off, like pouncing on it. And I was like, yes, finally an ally in this constant war. I hate spiders. He fed his huntsman. See, once that huntsman's big enough, he'll just eat your girlfriend's guest father? Like a visiting father? You said you're afraid of Cry of Fear. I am afraid of Cry of Fear. A live mouse in your bed. See, my cats couldn't catch a cold. So, luckily, I don't have to worry about mice. And I'm glad you... Well, I mean, I hope... I'm glad you like the Martha is Dead video, Senna. That one was unfortunate because I wanted to show like all of the gory details, but I also didn't understand like YouTube's terms of service. So I remember I posted that Martha is Dead video and it got like +18 age restricted within like 3 minutes. And I was like, well, I mean, it's still got all the gory details in, but you can't find it. Like, it's really hard to find, which is a shame.
He took a deep breath.
Oh man, Shido, I don't know how you do it. What are some of your views of spiders? As long as I can't see them, I think I'll be okay.
Zane had written it into existence in a story I had written.
Your dog, Poppy.
I can get to her now.
A large spider crawled off a box and up my arm. I would have set myself on fire, I think. Oh, and squirrels are like the friendly neighborhood friends of the animal world. Age restriction, yeah, because they've recently started to get super strict with age restriction, haven't they? I think I remember your God of War video, was it, Bushido Cypher? Where, was it like nothing you could do, and they just kept flagging it. A host father, right, okay. Mostly for game footage. Well, have you ever played Devotion? No, I've heard about it. Is that the one that got banned because they compared somebody to Winnie the Pooh? I just played that game, I can see the video now. Yes, I've actually got a Town of Light video out, either this month or next month. And it's going to be like more than an hour. And I'm going to be exploring the comparisons. YouTube adults. The baby turned 1 last week? Yes! How is she doing? How's Evan as well? Oh, I can't believe you've had your baby for a year. You must be so tired.
I had a hangover. My head was about to explode and the light hurt my eyes.
I tried to stream that, but it was tanking the stream's quality.
To dull the pain. In one of my
Devotion.
moments of self-deception, I swore to quit drinking.
I hope it's good. Oh yeah, there's tons of automation. There's way too much automation in YouTube's system. Like, there should be some point where you get manual review, and it's not soon enough. And even when they say it's manual review, it's not manual review.
Now I could keep my eyes open without feeling like a vampire.
Outer Wilds! I would like to do that on stream sometime. Running! Wow, I didn't know where babies could walk at or run at 1. I don't know anything about like the timeline, the expected time frame for mobility. Yeah, Town of Light does have the same.
There was a message waiting for me on the machine.
Town of Light does have the same asylum, but the Easter egg that references Martha is Dead is really weird because it'll be like, oh, Julia was here, blah blah blah, because of this, and what it says doesn't happen in Martha is Dead at all. So I'm like, I don't know whether or not the Easter egg came first, and then the game went through like several changes. It's a really unusual Easter egg. Hey Pixel, how you doing? I've been binging your videos on YouTube. I'm so glad you like them. Welcome.
That's what you want to know.
Which ones do you like so I can make more of them?
You want an aspirin or something?
Manually reviewed by algorithm. Yeah, somebody manually
I
pressed
should've
review.
followed her advice, but suddenly I was angry, mostly at myself.
Yeah, you had a lot of trouble getting monetized, didn't you, Adam?
I'm gonna be honest here. Is that wise? No, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I got people who give me the lowdown on books.
Yes. I was accused of using other people's content. Won the appeal, got the exact identical email a few days ago, got to appeal again. That's tragic, isn't it? I've noticed that Wendigoon is getting like targeted by this random woman. And this random woman like copyright claims his videos and copyright strikes them. And the video gets completely taken down. And it's a strike on his channel. And she's done it like 6 times, and she doesn't own any of the copyright material that she's claiming. So YouTube is just kind of letting her put strikes on his channel, and then
I'm sorry.
every single time she does it again, they don't stop her from doing it. It's really weird. She's a bit ahead. Look at you, nerd. Raising, like, mastermind kids. How many languages does she speak? Come on. Yeah, I feel like Alan's probably got like a movie tie-in that he's earning his money from. Oh yeah, I know what you mean, Cypher. I've had stuff like that before.
I'm going back to the lake to finish.
Like my Last of Us 2 review was claimed for months.
To make it all right.
Why can't you just write it here?
I can't even remember why. Is this playthrough 2? No, this is still playthrough 1 because I'm slow.
Just right. Zane tried to
Observer! Okay, Observer and Martha is dead. Oh, that's good, because I said this a minute ago. I'm sorry if you already heard, but my Town of Light video is out next month, so.
Miss Weaver.
The ticking clock sound? That's parody, isn't it? Hey, what the fuck?
See you later.
I've never played this game. I don't know whether or not to recommend it to you. I feel like it's one of those things that you would either surprise me by loving, or
When I got out,
you would hate it.
warm and sunny. I'd flicked the switch of the clicker. Had it done this?
Somebody on a Let's Play video on a game, a Spanish news program used his video without permission, uploaded the report to YouTube, copyrighted it, and the original video got claimed.
Rim of Cauldron Lake.
Disgusting.
About to use the clicker. That's where I was headed.
Oh, thank you, Cypher. Yeah, especially annoying with movies. Like, I remember with Silence of the Lambs, I had to re-upload that like 9 or 10 times before I finally gave up and just turned it all into still images. Because,
Alone.
no matter how short the clips were, because obviously it has to be less than 7 seconds to be fair use, it was still getting claimed. It took me weeks to upload that. If I think I did have a sponsor on that. But if that sponsor had been stricter on the time frames, I would have been fucked. Because I had to go.
In a story inside my head.
Really respect when you talk about difficult subjects without walking on monetization eggshells. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think there will always be more videos to make, right? So if stuff gets limited, I can cope. It's not going to kill me. But thank you. Yeah, I do need more Patreon subs because my Halloween event is going to start on the 1st of October. 31 reviews in 31 days. I've been working tirelessly on them. I will post some of them for free. Like, I'm doing a review on Cobweb, the 2023 movie with Anthony Starr in it. That's going to go out on the 25th. And I'm doing a review on Atarados, or Terrified, which absolutely shit me up. That was the scariest film I've seen in a really long time. That'll go up on the 29th, I think. Don't think I'd be into it. Yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend it. Have you played David Cage's games? I haven't yet. I have been meaning to do a David Cage-a-thon, a video where I played, discussed, reviewed, critiqued all of his games in one go. But I've been really struggling for time these last few months. Work got very busy for a little while. So I need to start moving into that. I'll probably do it when the Halloween event is done. Yeah, David Cage loves short-haired women pissing loudly in echoey rooms. And that, like, he makes games so that he has an excuse to put that in, and everything else he'll just kind of add around it. A cage-a-thon. A kink shaming. Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's like, you can like it. I don't mind if you like short-haired women pissing. It is just funny. It is just funny. I thought, I thought they just randomly went, you? You? But he was talking to Smooth. Or that guy, the iCarly guy who really liked feet. That's the one. Dan Schneider. They were like, now, on this segment of iCarly, we're gonna play Tickle Feet. And they, I swear there was one where somebody's foot got, like, belted into some stocks, and they had to get tickled. I swear to God I saw that. Yeah, there's probably a niche audience that love it. I guess it's probably like, I don't know, it's like Hereditary, right? If you're familiar with demonic worship, payment and stuff, the Hereditary movie will be very enjoyable for you in a different way. And when we look at things like David Cage's movies, you can enjoy them the same that a layman can enjoy Hereditary. But if you also really like short-haired girls pissing, you can enjoy them in a whole different way. Oh, Mr. Tarantino. I don't know what that man would be like to speak to at all. Oh, I loved Midsommar. It was so good. Especially both of those movies are like infinitely better on rewatches, aren't they? Been a while since I played. Maybe you maybe the pee scenes were the friends we made along the way. Not a Tarantino fan. That makes sense. I can visualize that. But yeah, have you been, Thurbin? I haven't asked. I should have. Just say cats making noises. I was recording a script for my Monster Hunter World ranking, and at one point my cats just start fucking going for it in the background. It's like it's like 5 minutes of just chaos. Hold X to pee. Tap circle to push. I don't know whether or not they're going to be like really cheeky and... Oh, thank you for the sub, Pixel. I appreciate it.
Majestic!
I don't know whether or not they're going to be like really cheeky with the collectibles and have them proper scattered. Aha! Yes, they are. There is a magpie who keeps trying to break in, so I give him a bowl of mealworms to appease the Corvid gods. You've been chosen. When you say trying to break in, are they just tapping at the window, like? Or, you know, did they bring a warrant? Meow. Oops. I can't see any other manuscripts. Tapping at the door! Oh man, you're being like politely knocked. Yeah, I was pretty surprised to see that vehicle destruction mechanic as well. I think we're supposed to go this way? Yeah. Oh, I knew this shit was gonna happen.
There was a link between us. Always would be. I could feel
Is that a thermos? Oh, never mind. Oh. I ran out of ham. This is just like a very roundabout way to get free Billy Beer. Oh, a manuscript page. Poor Alice. Like, the stereotypical underweird wife. I wonder what causes a magpie to think that you've stolen their home. It's cool though. Like, I feel like it's probably one of those things that's initially awesome and then just becomes like slowly extremely annoying. Alan's wife is called Alice. Oh, thank you for the bit, Adam. Alice is like, the name that all of the wives in like dark fantasy get called, either because they're all copying off each other or because they all want to make like an Alice in Wonderland comparison. Number 1 spot. Respectable. What's I playing or watching earlier that had an Alice in it? To be fair, I think Bill Denborough's wife in It is called Alice. Oh, Alice! Lake Mungo, Alice. That's one of the games I reviewed. Films I reviewed. I was originally supposed to watch that in the Discord, but in the end I'm kind of glad I watched it solo because I cried and I wouldn't have been able to handle crying. Because obviously when you're in a Discord call, I think people feel the need to like make other people laugh and obviously point out like inconsistencies and stuff, which can be really funny when it's like sillier movies. But I think if I'd have been like crying at the existentialism, and somebody was like, "Oh, that doesn't make any sense," I would be like, "Shut up! Shut up!" Yeah, it was a shame to not do a watch party. I've got a bunch more movies I need to watch, but I need to weigh up the social battery. I really like what we've been doing lately, where it's been like ad hoc nights where we do like random stuff that's really silly. Like the dinner date night was really fun. Yeah, exactly. I can't ruin my like stoic image by crying. And see you soon, nerd. Have a good day at work. Let's do a little circle for the collectibles. Yeah, she cried at this existentialism, but not the previous one. I cry at every existentialism. What a map. Reminds me of how... Oh, bless you, Ramona. What's stopping you? Just like the crippling fear of rejection. I understand. Everyone's like, oh, the worst they can say is no. I'm like, no. The worst they can say is a lot more than no. Like, this is completely on the other end, but I used to work for somebody who was really creepy. And I was not interested in him at all, and I implied implied that I was. And at a Christmas party, he invited me back to his hotel room. And the worst they can say isn't no, because I went, ugh, no! The worst they can say is, ugh. Ugh! He deserved it. And then he got me kicked off my projects and I had to report into HR. Yeah. The boring fuck one from season 1. Oh, yes! He was like insidiously bad. He was like an insidiously bad date, wasn't he? He was, oh, see you soon, Cypher. You have a good sleep. Yeah, John was like insidiously bad. He seemed lovely. And in all the interviews, he was bubbly. He was like super fun. And then, as soon as you put him in a room with a woman, he was like the worst guy ever.
Based on the signature in the
Empty
hotel
Man.
register, Agent
Wait, what's
Nightingale
Empty
had
Man?
stayed here in room number 2.
Room number 2. Okay, so tasteful photographs.
This had obviously been the room where Agent Nightingale had stayed when he hadn't been busy harassing me.
Harassing me. Get to Cultural Lake, okay. I thought there would be more to that, but there wasn't. Yeah, unfortunately it was just how he was. Bless him. Yeah, no, the worst they can say is there's loads of things that somebody could say that would be crushing. You used to be funny would kill me. You look like you're almost pretty, again, would kill me. I feel like swear words and things are pretty overrated. So it's got to be a sentence with meaning. Oh! I am familiar with Bones and All. I was stunned to see Tim Tam in it. Yeah, how to destroy a person. Yeah, there's plenty of things you could say. I remember I was out with my cousin in January, and I came back from the toilet, and she told, she said she had been talking to somebody on another table, and she went, "Guess how old she is? Guess how old she is?" and pointed to me. And the guy was like, 32? And I was like, yep, that's one of them. That's done me, I think. I'm going to bed. I thought you would be taller. Oh. That's a Tinder banger. I really want to watch Tusk. Apparently that's, obscene. You look prettier in your profile picture, yeah. That one's pretty bad. Is that a manuscript? Guess the age is generally a trap, because you understate, don't you? But what if he had been understating to be polite? I'd have thrown myself in the Thames. I've dated a lot of weird mummies boys, so that tracks. Oh, that's not a manuscript, that's just a light. Ow. 12 or 100. I don't know exactly what a banger is, because a banger implies good, but I think sometimes a banger can be like so bad that it's good. Tusk. Who are you? What, you mean like the morning after, or just on the... Oh, Graphically Insane! Hey, thank you for the raid. Welcome. Hey, Graph. How's life? How was your... Hey, Rocket. How was your stream? Dating in 30s is not great. Oh yeah, I can believe it. Said I was too short. Left immediately. Oh my god. Justice for our short king. Oh, my flashbang fell through the map. Stream was a fun time. Played a very fun 3D platformer. Oh, fantastic. Have you been playing Alan Wake for a video game club, or are you gonna miss this one? I think that's his job. Are these random objects possessed? Yeah, a little bit. And they do a lot of damage. They do a fucking load of damage. I am excited to discuss this. I think that the general consensus is going to be very mixed. Oh, bless you, Graf. I mean, I wouldn't be upset if you did. But, I'm glad that you're not going to. Piss. If I put that down, maybe it'll try and go through it? Okay, cool, cool, cool. I'll do. Okay, cool, 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 cool. The 5 Ds of dodgeball. Can you remind me of them? If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Is it just the word dodge 5 times? No. Either Sony or Microsoft will try to buy them. Yep. The Badlands of development. I'm just not interested in playing the game. Respectable. Don't worry about it. We have no set rules. I'm excited to see what gets picked next time.
What the hell?
This is like the hardest part of the game. This is absurd. Okay, good, good, good. Ow! Stop. Okay, 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 okay. Cool. Oh, I didn't mean to press all on there. I've never concentrated so much in my life. The Melania boss fight didn't see me like this. Ow! Oh, these are called poltergeists. Unusual, but okay. I wonder on Nightmare whether or not you're supposed to just run past these or whether or not it's better to deal with them. Yeah, the camera zoom is an interesting choice. But it's why I'm not too concerned about Nightmare. Like, I don't think these games are ever going to put you in an unwinnable situation, like on purpose. So they tend to make sure that you have everything you need all the time, which is useful.
Nice to see you too.
It's even better when they've got like adaptive assistance, so if you're really low on stuff, they give you lots of extra stuff. I think there's a trophy for hitting them with cars, so that's what I'm gonna do. You have to learn the path and just make a break for it. Okay, that's kind of a relief. You know what, it's too fiddly doing all this running over. I'm out of here. What game am I lamenting being at low elo? What, in my Discord status or somewhere else? If it's my Discord status, I got called low elo trash on Overwatch. But I'm not low elo trash. I'm a diamond player. But that means that when I play with my brother, he gets yoinked up to my lobbies and he has the worst time ever and he gets very angry. When are you going pro? About 7 years ago. Don't know if there's much point of it now. Well, thank you. It was possibly the proudest achievement of my recent years. Mainly because it was an accident. Just a naturally good tank. Just a naturally good tank. Yawns, hey! It's been ages. Yeah, welcome. How you doing? I haven't streamed in a while, and you've actually, unfortunately, caught us right near the end. But we can make the most of it. What tanks do you play? I'm a basic bitch, so my favourite tank is Orisa. I'm good at Sigma, but I don't like playing him. So I'll switch to Sigma if it's going really badly, and also if we need a shield. I really like Ramatra, but I'm not brilliant at him. Right, well, looks like we're getting out. Fizz! Still playing getting bonked by inanimate objects. Oh yeah, you should have seen me about 10 minutes ago. Getting across that bridge was, not easy. And also, I want to be a good diva, but I'm not great. Also, I once rejected somebody that I used to play Overwatch with. And shortly before he blocked me, he was like, "You're a really shit diva player." And it stuck with me really bad. I was like, "Cool, thanks." It's the worst thing he could have said. There we go, we were talking about stuff that will absolutely break you down. That killed me. I was like, you could have said anything else. Anything else. Yeah, that was horrible. And I was like, to be fair, I am. Because obviously Diva's an off tank, so playing her as a main tank is unusual. I know! It was, it broke me. Absolutely broke me. Yeah. Oh, you know him, Birch, as well. I am a mid DPS, I am, yeah. I can play Echo. Sometimes I can play... I don't know. I think that's it, actually. Oh yeah, Junker Queen is super fun, actually. I forgot about her. It's fucking hilarious. It is! I mean, it's also true. My ex used to get annoyed with me for playing League of Legends. What? Did that shit before we even started dating. So he thought that he could change you from a League of Legends player? Yeah, mark their Overwatch skills. I was like, I'm trying to get better at Diva. I'm trying. I know I'm not very good, I'm trying. That's why I'm playing her so much. You got annoyed because I was bad. Oh, what? How are you supposed to learn? Disgusting. A League player. Hey, I've met League players before and they seemed okay. Oh, bless you. To be fair, I do not know where the word ELO comes from. Whether it stands for something or whether it's short for something, but... Never dated a gamer. Hey, opposites attract, right? Smooth, do you think you could date a Siege player as somebody who plays Siege competitively? Yeah. But at the same time, sometimes you meet people and they're like, oh yeah, I love going out for walks. I kayak at the weekend. And I'm like, that sounds great. I'm lying, that sounds awful. Like, I mean, kayaking's fun occasionally, you know, especially if you're off on like a weekend somewhere with friends or go to like Center Parks, kayak away. But the idea that they're like, oh yeah, I go rock climbing on Saturdays. I'm like, rock climbing on Saturdays? Alright. Would you date a pro Pokemon Go player? Oh yeah. Actually, you trying to lull me into the trap. What's the maximum age of a pro Pokemon Go player? I'm gonna say no. Oh, bless you, yawns. I think a Dark Souls speedrunner would be okay because Dark Souls fans can get super precious about Dark Souls, but I feel like a speedrunner is somebody who doesn't respect it too much. You know, like, to become a speedrunner you have to be able to almost like spit on the design of a game and like glitch through things and not follow the intended play. And like, I feel like you'd be very skilled, but you wouldn't sit there and like explain to me how I'm not properly parrying and stuff. You never shoot the canisters? No, not on easy. I have to do it on Nightmare. When we get to the point of needing to actually think about what we do, but not on easy. Yeah, I think my Tinder profile will have my State Decay 2 accomplishment on it. Yeah, you should. I think a lot of women would be very impressed by the fact that you've 100%ed State of Decay 2. The right woman will be, certainly. Yeah, I think when you meet somebody, you should immediately get out your PSN app, because your PSN app should be installed on your phone at all times. And then you kind of scroll through and discuss. Speedrunners are the Dark Souls of gamers. Yes? Couldn't date a Dead by Daylight player. Yeah, I think a Dead by Daylight player would be one of those people that always talks at like 300% volume. You know that a Mugger's Potion meme guy? I feel like that's what a Dead by Daylight player would be like in real life. And I've played 600 hours of Dead by Daylight. So I got an eye for it now. Gotta hate Varty. Oh, I love Varty. That is one of the most handsome nerds I've ever seen. It's bizarre when you see somebody talk about games on YouTube, and then they actually turn out to be like really handsome, and you're like, damn, good for you. You got it all. Yes, Ramona. Yeah, I stopped playing Dead by Daylight because I used to feel sick and nauseous at the thought of playing it because it stressed me out so much. I was like, I'll play Overwatch instead, much easier. A pocket prince, he is! A short king. What a cool concept. Yeah. What a unique idea. Oh, same! Landing on the Sun Station in Outer Wilds took me like 2 days. I mean, not 2 full days, but like 2 sessions occurring on 2 days. I was absolutely foaming at the mouth. I was so angry. Oh, Overwatch is disgusting, yeah. Thing is about Dead by Daylight is that it's very toxic, but there's no if you're on console. Oh, Joey, thanks for the follow. The thing about Dead by Daylight is that it's super toxic, but if you're on console, there is no text or speech chat, voice chat at all, which means that people find other ways to tell you that they want you to die. It's by accident on a game with barely any trophies, and it disappointed me because I was trying to halve my first plat to be a specific different game. What were the 2 games, Ramona? Oh, love the Interstellar soundtrack. Metal Hellsinger. Oh, I think Smooth has been playing that. Wait, which was the one that you were playing, Smooth, that you were telling me about? It was Hell something. Oh yeah, you got reported by a guy because you hit your shots on Deathslinger. Great rhythm. I'm sure there'll be like a DDR first person shooter sometime. Don't think I've ever met a real Dead by Daylight player. I think that they insidiously live among us. Like children of the corn. Yeah, apparently Metal Hellsinger is really good. The easiest game was Sly 2. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Ratchet and Clank a Crack in Time. Oh, amazing. Is that the one that I've done? That might be the one I've done. Sussy backers. I will. And your face reveal. Never. Once I did an adorable April Fool's prank where my brother streamed for me wearing a wig. All that came out of that though was all the comments were like, you actually look identical when Smooth has a wig on. And I was like, right, stream's over. Fun's over. I think somebody said it's smooth but more muscular, and I was like, I'm way more muscular than Smooth. Everybody go home. Yeah. What do you mean she's not the profile pic? To be fair, I was at one point, but I started dyeing my hair. I need to change my profile picture. It's been like 4 years. Yeah, I was having fun. I was on Smooth's account, so I was in as a mod. And everybody was just like, wow, Mert, you're so much more handsome. So defined. I was like, everybody get up. Oh, bloody flare gun. So rude, I know. How could they? Oh, Thermos, good. Yeah, you know my hair is actually, it's actually blonde, but I just have pink lights. It's like platinum blonde, so when I keep on top of like the retoning, it's silver. When I get lazy with it, it just goes like blonde. Oh yeah, I'll do 2B here. My favourite video game character. Sephi. Oh, thank you, Yawns. Yeah, I think I've been thinking about... Lately I've wanted to go more pastel colours, so I have wanted to try like pastel pink with like the brown roots, because I colour the brown roots as well in as well. Like they are purposeful.
Get the gate open.
I had to get the gate open. But the issue is that with that is that I'm worried that I wouldn't be taken as seriously in my day-to-day if I did that. Like in terms of YouTube persona, completely fine. In terms of career, harder. Oh yeah, Platinum Blonde! Completely intentional, yes. Yes, Yawns, yes. I've not quite made the step into wigs yet. Like, there's a few people I follow that wear wigs, and I'm like, that's perfect, because your natural hair stays healthy, and like you tie it up and stuff, and gets tucked away. And then it means like every single day, more or less, you can have a different hairstyle that suits your outfit. And your mood, and you know, one day you can go for like, you know, professional blonde if you're going for like an interview or something, but then like the other day it can be bright razzmatazz. Hey Dave, how you doing? First timer here, well, welcome. Just Dave 2077. I'm taking that you're either a Cyberpunk fan or you're from the future. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Yawns. I'm like, we gotta measure, like, we gotta weigh it back and forth. like the perfect amount of getting taken seriously. Oh, I need to Google what a curtain dye is. Bright hair for women is usually more appealing. Oh, that's quite reassuring. Oh, Birch. My little ginger friend. Yes! I need to go back to Cyberpunk. I picked it up in August, but the issue with me and streaming is I talk to chat a lot. So I tend to do really well with like very specific playthroughs of games. Like when we did the Grounded run on The Last of Us, that was a really good one to stream because it was like, I knew what I was doing enough that I could talk to chat, but it was also like entertaining for people to watch. But when it comes to stuff like Cyberpunk, it's really difficult because I can't talk through that because I will miss everything, and I did miss everything. So I think that'll be one that I have to play off stream. Oh, you're not ginger smooth. As God intended. Yeah. As God intended. Oh, I didn't know that. Thanks, Adam. Yeah, I do need to get back into Cyberpunk. I think Returnal might be a good game to stream. I can get cracking on with that soon as well. Because I got stuck. I got fucking stuck on it. It's so hard. Do you like Cyberpunk as a vibe? Oh yeah, I love it as a vibe. Beautiful. Oh yeah, this is a Phantom Liberty. It looks good. Like, but I've not seen tons of it. I was burned because I pre-ordered Cyberpunk, and obviously they did improve it and they fixed it all up and stuff, but it made me hesitant to trust pre-orders afterwards. I am excited to get back into it. Maybe I'll wait until the DLC comes out and then I can enjoy both of them. I do need to platinum Iron Bread one day. Wait, I am Fish. I thought you were joking. Pre-orders for the DLC. Sign me up. What could go wrong? Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I got really fucking stuck on Returnal. There's this level called like the Frozen Wastes or something, because there's always a level called the Frozen Wastes. When there's multiple biomes, one of them is always a snowy biome, and it is always called Frozen Wastes. That's just how it is. And it's so hard. It's so hard. The biome before that was easy. Took me like less than a day, flew through it, beat the boss. Frozen Wastes has taken me like, well, I mean, it took me like a week before I gave up on it. And so Frozen Waste is split into like 4 rooms, and each room has a puzzle slash boss slash challenge in it. And you have to do all of them in one go and then go and fight the boss. And I can do like max 2 of them before I get killed. No matter what I do. You were called emo? What a random observation. Don't really get that mad about bugs since most of AAA games are bound to be fixed anyway. The story holds much more weight. Yeah, I think I can understand that. Like, I love The Elder Scrolls Oblivion, and that game is not known for its mechanical or even visual excellence. Not normally one to rage quit, but I did realise the sheer amount of time each run was starting to take was making the idea of having to try again much more like a chore. How far did you get, Ramona? Oh, let me see. Have you pre-ordered Elder Scrolls 6? Me? I'm not. I don't think it's coming out on consoles. I mean, on my console, is it? I haven't pre-ordered anything, to be honest, since Cyberpunk. If there was something that I knew was going to be good because I'd bought things from that like studio before, I would consider it, but it would definitely be case by case. It's only in the second biome. Oh yeah, and the third biome is pretty harsh. So yeah, Yeah, I got the idea that it wasn't going to come to PlayStation, so yeah, I will not. I love that when Bethesda got bought, Microsoft was like, yeah, we will endeavour to make sure that as many of our experiences as possible are still available on PlayStation. And then immediately they were like, yeah, it's not coming to PlayStation. Nothing is coming to PlayStation ever again. I was like, of course they're going to do that. Oh, Hellblade. To be fair, that game did not need a sequel. That was a really, really good game. And I remember watching a cinematic trailer for the sequel. Well, not even a cinematic trailer. It was a gameplay trailer, but it was a cutscene from the game. And I was like, they've just turned this into like some weird piece of shit. Well, I mean, it could have turned out really good. Like, I'm not judging the game itself, but I was like, this is so unnecessary. Nice dodge. Yeah, and the second biome is just sand as well, so. Oh, I see what I've missed. Sons of the Forest. That should be coming to console soon, right? Alan, go on. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, we will endeavour. We've heard your feedback. I know. I hate console exclusives. Absolutely hate them. Mainly because I want more cross-platform games. I want to play games co-op with my friends who are on PC and console. Oh yeah, Hellblade becomes like a yearly franchise. I'm so bad on Diva. We've heard your feedback, we're listening, and we're growing. We welcome all criticism, good and bad. I think it's supposed to be, oh, I bet you're tired of those lines now, aren't you, Cranky? I think it's supposed to be coming to console soon. Phasmo coming to console next month. That'd be sick. I hope that plat is difficult but achievable. Like, I want to have a difficult time, but I don't want to have, like, a cry my eyes out difficult time. I mainly just want all of the trophies to be doable in co-op. I don't want ones where it's like, solo game only, do this. Solo game only, do that. Hey Ragnarok! Oh, damn, how you doing? The game's been treating me well. We're playing on easy so that we can familiarise ourselves with the mechanics and grab collectibles before we start the Nightmare run. But it's going good. How you doing? Yeah, we appreciate everyone's passion. Like... like you've been sending me pizzas to my house. Do you game on PC at all? A little bit.
Just rolled a spare.
Thank you for the follow, Girl from the Internet. How you doing? Yeah, sometimes I play games on PC. I'll play games on PC if they are silly little, like, co-op things that I can do with friends who don't have consoles. So, like, Forewarned, grab that. Phasmo, obviously. Terraria for a little bit, but I think I'm going to wait, because Terraria is going to be patching in cross-platform play later this year, so I think I'll wait for that. I did a bit of Divinity Original Sin, so... Golf with your friends, yeah. That got new DLC the other day. Platinum... Yeah, it'll be like my Sailor Moon mode. Yeah, I really hate, like... The thing is, console-exclusive gatekeepers...
I'd acted as if I knew what I was doing.
It's just a situation of people who have, like, affixed their self-worth and validation to spending, like, 400 quid on a console when others chose to spend 400 quid on a different console. It's like you're gatekeeping a club where the only requirement for entry is saving up 400 quid. Phasmo. There's also the other side of that Payday 2 did have a team of 4 play incredibly specifically. Yeah, are you ever going to go back to Payday 2, Shekel? Did you know Alice is going for all the trophies as well? know. I think the issue is more just time. Like, there's so many games I want to play, and especially because I like to get all the trophies. And getting all the trophies is good because it means that I can talk about them more. And sometimes I don't love a game until I've been through it like twice. But it does, obviously, at the same time I play less games. Any recent media recommendations? Oh, Terrified. I think it's an Argentinian film. Ataradas. That's amazing. What else have I watched that I really enjoyed? Oh, Terrifier. Terrifier 1. I thought that was going to scar me, and it is hilarious. I was watching it with my brother and my friend, and we were really enjoying it. But there's one scene involving shit, and I saw it and I gagged. Like, I don't normally just gag, you know. Stuff doesn't get me, but it got me, and I went ugh! Like down the mic by accident. Yeah, so there's one scene, but the rest of it was really funny. Like, it's a really funny film. Oh yeah, because Smooth heard it and he was like, what was that? Yeah, I guess once you start opening exclusives up to other consoles, there's not a lot that's going to differentiate those consoles between experience and like tech. But I think that's good. I personally would argue that's good. Like, if we look at the example of like streaming services, Netflix, that kind of thing, the only way that they stay competitive is by trying to have monopoly on what people want to watch. So instead of concentrating on making a better experience, all they do is they withhold, you know? Oh, thank you for the bits, Rob.
Anything for the bit badge.
So
D.
they just withhold content instead. I need to figure out what to do, by the way. We'll just go here. Ooh. I love Art the Clown. He is so funny. But yeah, I think if we forced companies to not be able to make money by withholding what people want, we'd start to see them have to innovate in terms of providing like features and improvements to the service. I think it would, like, initially it would be a difficult thing, but I think over time it would probably pan out in a way that was preferable. I love a bit badge. I don't know what is which way. Yeah. Come on. Do you mostly play quick play or comp in Overwatch? Definitely mainly comp now. I played like 500 hours of quick play, and now I feel like I'm wasting time if I'm not playing comp. Yeah, Baldur's Gate seems to have been like an absolute game changer. Oh no. I mean, you can't, I guess. I don't think you can play comp until you've put about 20 hours into it anyway. Buy that game and retreat from the world. I've been avoiding spoilers as well, Cranky. Is there a specific video that you did on YouTube that boosted your exposure to new people? For me, it was the video about the suicide of Rachel Foster. Boosted my exposure to new people. Wait, so you mean you found me through that, or you did your own video on it and that's how people found you? For me, it wasn't so much a video. Oh, sick. What's this? Cool. When I was pretty small. A fellow trophy YouTuber called Adam McDermott found me. Oh, I see what you mean. And he shouted me out, and I had like an extra 100 or so people come in and watch that Rachel Foster video, and then I think it just kind of snowballed after that. So I don't know if it was so much the video or the McDermott or both. But yeah, it was kind of a snowball that happened because a couple of things all came together at the right time. So yeah, I would probably say less so on the video because that title was kind of clickbaity, and it was because I really wanted to grow. Like, I'll own it. I gave it a clickbaity title. I try not to do that anymore. I feel like I've walked away from clickbait a little bit. And also, is it clickbait if you actually show something good? Much to consider. But yeah, I had a bunch of like clickbaity title names videos, and none of them got any traction whatsoever, so I think it depends on the shout out. I think it's right place, right time. Yeah, the 13 Reasons Why video did really well. Oh, thank you, Chugs. It hit the dark web. I wish I could mute notifications from that video. Hey Dave, how you doing? Oh, thank you, Yawns. Yeah, I did do a little bit of clickbait. Just a tickle. Yeah. yeah, I agree, Harbinger. I think also, as long as you're actually supplying an experience, maybe it's not that bad. Well, it was a little bit of clickbait. Just a tickle. I changed my mind on a few things about that game. I still think that game is pretty fundamentally gross. Like, the guy who wrote it, obviously made the paedophile a tutor. So Leonard in Rachel Foster was a tutor. That's how he met Rachel. And the writer for the game was also a tutor. And I'm like, you write your own experience? Like, that's really weird. And also, the picture they used for Rachel, the one that I said looks mature, she looks like an older woman, is a picture of Ana de Armas from when she was like 25 years old. So I'm like, you've shown us Anna, you've shown us Rachel, and she is like an older woman. You've not shown us a 16-year-old girl. So I think those two details still keep it pretty fairly on the side of gross for me. But in terms of like the main character, I can't remember her name now, she's definitely an unreliable narrator. Hey CJ, how you doing? Hey Umbra, how's Overwatch? Trying to finish off Football Manager 23. Oh, you love your football games. What's I gonna say? So yeah, still gross, but in some different ways. I was gonna make a video called Revisiting Rachel, but I was like, I just can't be arsed. One of the things I hate about that video is that people watch it every single day for the first time, but they comment as though I have freshly posted it. So I put in the description, I put in the pinned comment, I'm sorry, Danielle Azara is a man, I didn't realise. I get like at least 3 comments a day saying, do you not realise that Danielle Azara is a man? I'm like, I guess not, I guess not. Played it because of your video, and it literally had a line where the character said it was bad, but it was genuine love. And I was like, oh, the writer needs to be checked. I have been very careful about liking comments that said things about the writer. I'm like, I can't confirm in writing my opinions on those. I like places where someone will play a game and then compare it to 20 books. I like my literature. I like stuff like that. I've only done that like once or twice. Because it's mainly really hard to find something that actually like sticks. I plan on playing 2 next month. Probably not. I might play it eventually, but like I like the game, but it's not something I'm like frothing at the mouth for. Have you played Control? No, I get Control recommended to me all the time. And I do think that I would really like it, but it's just one of those games where I'm just not desperate to play it, but I know if I played it, I would probably enjoy it. Oh, thank you, Nemo. just because when I posted the video, there were a lot of comments that were like really insightful and added a lot to it, and it's like it's just like call and response, you know. It's like I put something out, people respond, then you can build on that. You know, it's definitely been like the most back and forth video I've ever made. Hell yeah. Blister! Hey! I love it. I love a game discussion with a book discussion. Yes, Ramona, I completely agree. And also, like, some videos I like to put out because I'm proud of the video, but the fandom for that particular video will be like notoriously bad. And I'm like, I don't mind you guys saying what you need to say. Like, I would quite happily just let you do that. Oh, Scott, thanks for the follow. Scott's Game Asylum. How you doing, Scott? Yeah, I'm like, I would quite happily let you, like, chat away. You guys can do that. Like, if you disagree with me, that's cool as well. I just don't really want to be privy to it for, like, forever. Oh my god, it's been over a year for me to play I Am Bread. Damn. Dishonored! Ah! Yes! Mr. Corvo, I love him. I get a lot of comments being like, you know, Corvo means crow. And I'm like, yeah, I know Corvo means crow. I know it means crow. Did you know Viggo Mortensen actually broke his toe in Dishonored? That's a real scream of pain. Oh yeah, oh yeah, okay. Our stream is broken. Goodbye, Stipsy. Yeah, Nia video was pretty bad for it. My Elden Ring video was awful for it. That's the only video I've ever taken comments off for. I was like, I feel sick checking my comments tab. I just gotta turn the comments off. And now, sometimes people will find me on Twitter and then send me like big threads about their opinion on Elden Ring, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude, but it's not that I don't care, it's just that I actively don't want to hear it. Oh, I've been told like 1,000 times, Dave. You know, I'm just like, oh cool, thanks. Oh cool, thanks. Oh cool, thanks. Really tempted to make a video on Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Oh cool, you know. Best of luck, go ahead. I think if you ever have an idea for a video essay, you should absolutely make it. Lee, welcome. Oh, and good night, Caitlin. You sleep tight. Oh man, we've accidentally gone over by 40 minutes. Does anybody know how close I am to the end of the game? Like, if I was to try and finish the game... how long would it take? You're super close to the end. Right, thanks Ryan. Let's finish this. Oh, do it, Potato, do it. There's always space for more video essays. I once got a comment on my, it was my The Boys review, and they were like, get a job. Get a job. I'm so sick of video game essayists. I was like, have a job. I'm sure you'll figure it out, Potatoes. Yeah, I was saying last stream, I can't tell whether or not, Actually,
Danielle Izara is her man.
Oh, thank you, Nemo. I didn't know. Oh, hey, Richard. How you doing? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was saying last stream. I don't know whether this map is just like the same map that's just folded in on each other and slightly rearranged every time. Because that would be a good way to save time and space. Yes, Ramona. Oh yeah, I was also just like, I haven't done. Having thoughts? Yeah, having thoughts. Time to die. Hey Shadow, how you doing? We do love some trophy hunting. I take it you're a trophy hunter? One of your proudest 100% slash platinums? Yeah, I can't believe it, Andy. Can't believe it. Insane. Potato.
Viggo Mortensen broke his toe when kicking a helmet in the Two Towers, so it was a real scream of pain.
Wow, really? That's crazy. Never heard of that one before. Oh yeah, yawns. When we're able to just like step away, we'll be unstoppable. I think they're supposed to be open world. To be honest, I'm kind of glad that it's not. I think the open world suits far fewer games than people will admit. And I don't think that this game would have lended itself super well to open world roaming, because it all looks the same, you know? Horizon Forbidden West! Oh, you did it by accident. To be fair, that is impressive. What was your first platinum?
Michael, what was your first platinum trophy? Mine was Bloodborne.
Spyro the Dragon. I bought my PlayStation specifically because they remastered the Spyro trilogy. And while I was waiting for the Spyro trilogy to come out, I almost got the platinum for Okami. Also, thank you for
That is an off dank. You are an off dank.
Diva is an off. Devar? Devar? I can't talk. I can't speak to Diva. Inquisition just didn't do it for me. Inquisition seems pretty long. I've wanted to play that for a while, but I'm kind of. I talk about this sometimes. I'm kind of off open world games at the moment. I feel like I just don't really have the time. Although I would absolutely do a Red Dead Redemption. Stop! I know it's only a port, but I got the 100% for that game. Thank you for the bit. Wait till you see me on my bike.
Wait until you see me on my bike.
Wait till you see me on my bike. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption, I got the 100% for that a few years ago, and it was fucking excruciating. The online trophies for that were obscene. I would love to do that again, and just be able to get the 100% and just do all the offline stuff. The multiplayer trophies would absolutely kill me. I got sucked back into Dead by Daylight. Oh, fantastic. How is it? How is the Alien chapter? Is it good? Or... Wait, is it out already? Yeah, I don't know much about Red Dead Redemption 2, so I can't speak to it, but I think also there's an emphasis on, like, immersion mechanics. Things like eating, shaving beard, having bath. And I like to be able to turn those off. And yeah, I hated the original Spider-Man. I won't do Miles Morales, and I definitely won't do Spider-Man 2. That specific game bores you for some reason. Fair enough. It's a shame to hear that. But that zombie DLC is really good, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to see how fast I can 100% Spyro 1. I'll have to check the speedrun times and just kind of see generally how well people do, because I can do it in about 2 hours. Or I could on the original. In the remaster, they added a lot of grass to some of the levels. And it means that on the original, if you were stood at a distance, you could see where gems were because they'd like twinkle. But in the remaster, the gems are all just in the grass. So there were a few levels I remember where I was just pacing around, desperately trying to find the last gem. So we'll see. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 1, I liked the story very much. I fucking love GTA 5. I think that game simultaneously was like, I don't know, like overrated and underrated, so I guess just perfectly acceptably rated, but I think so much emphasis was put on GTA Online, and GTA Online is fine. But I think GTA's story is really good. And I think it tends to get written off as like 11-year-old boy trash, but I think I want to do a video about GTA 5 as well, to be fair. Name every citizen. Michael. I think that's all of them. Oh, I've never played Red Dead Revolver. Dave, you established figure in the trophy hunting committee. I thought there'd be more in this room than there is. I think I would like to do Red Dead Redemption 2 sometime, but it's like 200 hours. And I just find that difficult to budget. I'm like, I could play 4 10 out of 10 50-hour games. I could play 10 out of 10 20-hour games. I'm talking faster than I'm thinking, but you know what I mean. It's difficult to weigh up that time investment. Hey, Richard. It is on PS, but it has no plat. That's fine. Do you have a letterbox? Letterboxed. No. I don't quite know what it is. Even Red Dead Redemption 2, I saw a few gameplays and I didn't even try to get interested. Yeah, it's a very, like, grounded game, isn't it? It's just, yeah, I know what you mean. It's a bit quiet, and it's, I mean, Red Dead Redemption 1 is a bit quiet and a bit bleak. Oh, thank you, Nemo. See, this is why I got rid of all the other point things. I was like, I'm sick of dabbing. I'm sick of forgetting to bring treats in for my cat. I'm sick of doing thumbs up. Now I get hugs. Look, I see enough horse balls day to day. Just because I Google them and look at them. Yeah. Ryan. 999. 999. 911. Well, I feel bad when I don't acknowledge it with a thumbs up back, because then how do they know that I've seen it? Oh, Shackle. Didn't even go that way. Funny though. Bastard. I saw him running up round the side. Yeah, I'll come up with some different point rewards. I'll just make them really high, so you have to really think about it before you do it. Yeah, we definitely haven't forgotten. One day I'll plat Iron Bread. Who's got the most points? Who's closest? Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Well, yeah, I'll take it. Oh, almost there, Alice. Doing well. Oh, oops, I accidentally did 2. Hey, 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 hey. Oh! $250k! Damn. Oh, yawns, you're already there. I'm gonna have to make these point rewards more expensive if Yawns is already at 770. Also, Shek and Smooth have the added bonus of having been in the chat back when points were just dished out. I remember Subs got like double points. I wanted to say that in Samantha's voice, but I was scared that I would do it wrong. Oh yeah, I remember Subs got like double points for a while. I'll do it for the video. I'm working on a Black Ops 3 video. And I'll make sure to save all my Samantha impressions for when I'm recording that alone in my office, into my mic with the window open. No doubt, Smooth, no doubt. The best one is when she laughs and goes bye-bye. I know, the sub-multiplier has been nerfed. Although it does address the wealth gap between subs and non-subs. What employers? Ah! Save the breakdown for tomorrow.
Turn back now.
Sad, thank you for the bits.
Always looking
Definitely my
forward
favourite
to
channel
more
to
of
see
your
reviews
reviews.
from.
Definitely my favorite
Town of
channel
Light
to
next
see
month.
reviews from.
Sad to hear it, Chubbs. Yeah. You gotta chase those odds, you know, they can't run forever. I'm sure you're doing great, Smooth. Smooth's editing the Town of Light one. Take your time. Take your time. We've got other stuff coming out in the meantime. Definitely don't work past 9 PM. Yeah, I love how like they'll just fill space with these. Makes it take like 25 minutes to get to the next bit. Also in the Barbie movie, I liked it. I thought it was good. It didn't like blow my mind, but maybe that's because like the messages that it had were ones that I'm already pretty well acquainted with. So yeah, I liked it. Thought it was perfectly serviceable. What about you? How much time does it take you to make a video? Like you said, it depends. Writing can take a really long time because, especially if it's a game, I'll usually write as I play or I'll write as I watch a playthrough. So that can take like several days. And then cleaning it up, editing it can take a while. And then I record and have to clean up the audio. Recording and cleaning up an audio takes up a day. And then the actual editing can take like 3 or 4 days. So I'd say comfortably like 2 weeks. But it, like you said, it depends on the game. If it's a movie, I can do it pretty quick. And it depends on what we're like talking about.
You can't
Ooh.
win. You will fail.
Am I supposed to do this? Yeah. Yeah, the Barbie made a lot of pretty solid points, I felt. Damn it. What more do you want me to destroy? confused. Oh, never mind. It looks so funny. It is really funny. There were several points during that movie where, like, my whole cinema was laughing out loud. It was sweet. They got me excited over nothing. I loved it. Oh no. No, 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 no. Fuck. Oh, I'm alive! Okay. Yeah, it's like, it's stunning how big Barbie was. Oh, we'll use the flare gun. Oh! Oh! I was sad. I think Ramona also, like, it was also a little bit too much for some people to get as well. So I think it was fine that they addressed, like, the bottom of the barrel stuff, because some people came out and they still kind of missed the message, so. Oh! Oh! Okay, yeah, that's definitely happening.
You're making yourself.
Tell her it was me. This is a really weird boss fight. Okay. Yeah, Barbie was sweet. I really liked Ryan Gosling in it. He absolutely lived for that role. He channeled it. It was beautiful. Yeah. So this is our, like, emotional crescendo. Oh, Margot's amazing.
Hell.
Hell? Alan Wake.
Shh, baby. You were having a bad dream. It was just another
I've not seen
nightmare.
either of those.
No,
I was gonna say I liked her in Wolf of Wall Street.
You're home.
it wasn't a dream.
But she's definitely been in other
Turn the lights on.
things where she's had, like, a cooler role.
Shh, baby. The power's out.
Baby.
There's no light. Come back to bed and I'll make you forget all about your fear.
My fear? It's your fear. Why aren't you afraid? You're not Alice. Turn the lights on now.
Alan
Where's the
Wake.
clicker? What did you do with it?
Alan, you're scaring me now. Come back to bed. Have you taken your pills? Do you want me to call Dr. Hartman?
Wait, where's the fucking thing?
I read your manuscript. It's
Yeah,
brilliant.
he's a writer through and through, isn't he? Like, going to bed in
So
his full elbow
come
patch
back to bed. We'll talk more about it in
outfit. Like, you guys ever slept in jeans? I've slept in my jeans a couple of times, and it's
Come back to bed, Tom.
it's definitely like a low point I found. I don't think he is, Chugs. You slept in shoes. The fuck are you doing? Jim Jam!
Majestic!
Subin Run, Imganako O U.
Thank you, Jim Jam. Welcome. Sleeping in jeans, sleeping in shoes. Trying to think about stupid things I've slept in. I've definitely slept in, like, costumes before. The end of, like, costume parties and things. But what? Oh, I remember there was like a onesie trend for a few years, and I remember I got a onesie. It was like a snow leopard onesie. And I was so invested in this trend that I was, like, set on sleeping in this onesie, and I think I woke up, like, on the verge of death. They are not for sleeping. I don't know how babies do it. I don't know. I've slept in a coat and cap before my shoes were still laced up. What the fuck? I want to know that story. Felt warm. Oh, thermos? Oh, give me that, give me that. Hey! Claire! Thank you! It's cool shirts! Hello, sweet Claire. I am trying to finish this. Casual Wisconsin winter. Oh, because it was just so cold in your house.
I'm leaving you.
Was wearing jeans. Missed my bus stop once because I fell asleep on the way. Was wearing jeans. I don't know. That sounds like more relatable, I think. We were just saying, Jim Jam and Claire, whether or not anybody here has ever slept in jeans. Like, what's the worst situation you've ever slept in?
You're my muse.
I need to go camping more. Jeans many times? What do you mean jeans many times? You can't just say that to us. I slept standing up.
Nothing like that had
Only you.
You're not my Barbara.
Please, untie me, you naughty boy. I will help you write your masterpiece. I will love you forever.
I ain't undressing. Not near the boys.
I made a terrible mistake. I should have never written you back.
I slept on a motorcycle.
Heart is filled with dark.
Terrifying. A bare wooden floor. Oh man. Oh yeah, I once slept on like when you get like the base of a bed that you put the mattress on. Some of them will just be like a wooden board. I once went to a party and somebody else who was staying there took the mattress off the bed that I was supposed to sleep on and slept on it somewhere else. And I had to sleep on like the wooden board. I don't think I slept a wink. Wake up to see dried sick on your hoodie. How often does that happen to you, Andy? Because that does not happen to me, young man. Bathtub! I was going to say bathtub seems like it would be comfortable, but I take it it's not.
He was told. All he had to do was
Goodness, Birch. I believe that. People thought I was dead. Did they just like dance around you, or did they like try and wake you up?
Never get her back.
I am
Much older than you.
Shekel once woke up next to a deconstructed burger, and I know that's not my story to tell Shekel, but it's like one of my favorite stories about you.
Someone else to dream me free.
It was a super low moment. There are some like sleeps that you have where somebody will put you like. I remember once I went to my friend's house and she had like a big party at this lovely farmhouse. She was because she was working at stables and she was like the head of the stables, and because of that she got her own farmhouse on site, so it was like with her job. And it was lovely, and she had like this big party and loads of people came. And I remember they were like, bring like bedding and stuff. Bring a duvet and a pillow, because we've got a bed for you. And I was like, sick, awesome. And I remember I showed up, and my bed was a yoga mat under the stairs. And it was a wooden floor, and I was like, I would have bought an airbed if you told me to bring an airbed. I was so I mean, I was like so upset. I kept it in, but yeah, I remember I had to unroll this perfectly thin yoga mat. It was like a slice of bread on a wooden floor under the stairs, and it simultaneously straightened my back out and was the least comfortable night's sleep I've ever had. And I remember in the morning, one of her friends got up at like 6 AM and started really, really loudly cleaning the kitchen with the door wide open next to my head. And I was like, can you please close the door? And she was like, no, I'm cleaning up. You could help if you want. And I was like, I'm never talking to you again. I was so angry. If I wasn't really hungover, I would have fisticuffs in the doorway. Absolutely furious. I never spoke to her again, but by the same merit, I've never run into her again. She was not my friend. She was a friend of the person who was planning the party. So I was like, no loss anyway. But if I didn't like you before, I definitely don't like you now. It was a badly rendered burger by my pillow. Yeah, it was like burger soup. Stable. Horse stable. Passed out in the doorway of my apartment. One of the neighbours put a pillow under my head. That is so considerate, considering they could have just robbed you blind. Yeah, the job seemed awesome. You do have to be like abundantly good at looking after horses, though. Oh, Claire, we'll find you in the pool. I slept on the floor of some random pub. I once slept on a Wetherspoon's table, as in like I just lay my head on it and went to sleep. But in Wetherspoons, if you go to sleep, you get kicked out. But I guess they just didn't notice me. Should you always offer your bed to your guest, or do you make them sleep on their bed? I 50-50. If my guest is taller than me, or if my guest is a couple, I will give them my bed. Because I'm like, I'll just sleep on the sofa, because it's just me. If you guys are visiting as a couple, you may as well have a double bed, rather than one of you on the sofa, one of you on the floor. And if they're taller than me, because my sofa, I'm 5'4", my sofa just accommodates me. So if they're taller than me, I'm like, you can have my bed, because you're going to get a backache on this sofa. But if they're my height, or like roughly my height, and not in a couple, I'm like, nah, you're on the floor, pal. Yeah, last night we were acquaintances, today we are mortal enemies. Oh, Stipsy, that's well sweet. Yeah, I've been reading Stephen King's It, and like, he fucking loves nipples. Like, more than the average person. Ryan, you and me, we're gents. I don't think it's a fetish to love nipples. I think he just really likes them. Is it a fetish if it's just like a bit of a boob? Oh, whoops. No! Oh yeah, is it? Yeah. Yeah, this freak likes women. Yeah. Maybe it's just the only way he can conceive like describing certain things about women, so it's something he fixates on, or something he fixated on back when he was in his coke phase.
Alan,
just a bit of boob. Yeah, well, how do you know it's like if it's daytime if we haven't put the saturation up? Wow, the game's done. I couldn't tell you anything about it, but I've thoroughly enjoyed playing it. That's a good point, Ramona, actually, isn't it? Yeah, this was fantastic. On Thursday, I'm going to stream Spyro the Dragon, because I've really been craving that lately. It's a comfort game for me. No Smooth, no. Maybe that's where maybe that's where the typewriter scene from The Shining came from. Maybe he looked down at his paper once and just saw the word nipples over and over again. We love Spyro the Dragon. There are two genders, Spyro the Dragon and Crash Bandicoot. Wait, I don't know if I can have this on or if we'll get copyright struck for that. Thank you, Ramona. Good point. Cool. A useless bisexual. Oh, welcome to the club, Andy. Welcome to the club. Alright, yeah, I got nothing to add today. We can crack on with some Spyro in 2 days, though, so I'll see you folks then.
Nipples are nice, I guess.
thank you very much for coming. If you enjoyed the stream, please give me a follow. We'll do the Nightmare run eventually. But otherwise, adios.